Honey, it's not what it looks like. Don't go. She's leaving. Because of this thing. That was dumb. That was dumb. Every tool's a hammer. Unless it's a screwdriver, then it's a chisel.
We need a torch. Hate that nut.
We're not doing that. Because it ain't built till it's overbuilt. Don't force it. Get a bigger hammer. Every day's a school day. Do you remember this thing from an earlier video? It's great. It's gonna be my water truck for the charity truck and tractor pull, and look at it's sneaking up. We gotta get it done. So I had some steel I-beams in my junk pile, and my buddy Dave had some in his junk pile. We're gonna put them all together, and we're gonna build a frame on the back here to put the water tank on. What water tank? That water tank. If you remember from an earlier video, Dave and I last fall shortened the wheelbase on this truck. It used to be way back there. So it really it drives and steers a whole lot nicer now. But now we just got to get it wrapped up, get the tank mounted, get some plumbing done, and you know, all that. First thing I got to do is clean some crap off this. You know, when you get junk, you get junk. So gotta figure this out, get these cleaned up, start piecing this thing together somehow. It'll be great. I skipped a little, but I got these guys all spaced out and squared up and even, and I tacked them in, and I thought I better set the tank on just to see how it looked, but I think we're good. I think these beams were not quite long enough, so I'm just gonna cut some little pieces of angle and we'll drill them and we'll just weld them on the ends here just to hold these guys down. But yeah, it's all tacked together. That's kind of what it's going to look like. The valve, I'm gonna rig it up. This is going to go down. I've got an air valve here that you can control from the cab. So this guy will be mounted down here somewhere, and it's going to go down, and there'll just be a regular PVC, you know, like a sprinkler bar across the back here. So you can turn that on and off from the cab, because we always used to have a person riding back here, and it's not the OSHA, you know, things and whatnot. So you'll be able to run that from the cab. But I also wanted a garden hose, and we need a way to fill the sprayers on the day of the tractor pull, the track sprayers. So I've got some of this cam lock, like 2-inch hose. So we'll be able to use that. And also I wanted a garden hose so we can use the pressure washer and stuff like that, cleaning up after the pull. And I'm going to park this next to the community garden down there. You'll see an old video somewhere where I helped put a little community garden together on the corner of that property where the tractor pull is, and they need water. So I'll just park this there and they can just use the garden hose to keep their stuff watered. That's what she looks like. That's kind of, that's a broad overview, right? I got a lot of work yet to do, but I got the frame kind of cleaned up, and once this is all done, I'm going to pressure wash everything and try to, hopefully I got time to get a coat of paint on the frame, but you know what? Tractor pull's coming up quickly, so may have to wait till the fall, but that's okay. I was gonna put the tank right, you know, nearly tight to the cab because I wanted the weight forward. So because you get into soft clay and it's hard to steer a little, you know, the tires skid, but I kind of split the difference because I also wanted the fill thing, boop, up here on the tank is in the front. So I kind of wanted to make sure room for a fairly slender fella to climb in there and get a hose up in. We'll get it done somehow or other. Hey, if any of you know somebody that has a pair of those big mud gripper singles that they put on these when they use them for manure trucks or fertilizer trucks or whatever, I would love to find a pair of those tires for cheap or free with rims, of course. That's me begging and choosing, but that would really be good for this application. So if anybody knows of one of those trucks sitting around not used, put it in the comments or reach out on social media. Let me know because I would like to pursue that. All right, update time. This is the frame for the water tank, upside down, so that my son could finish doing all the welds on the bottom side. He already did the top. So this is gonna get, I wire wheeled all this down. It's gonna get a little primer today and maybe some paint. I don't know, maybe we'll put it back on and paint it. The frame is clean. We got at least some of the rear lights working. We got the headlights working. Frame is kind of cleaned up. Built the battery box. It's coming along, making progress. I've decided I'm gonna take the power washer and try to get inside the frame, cleaned up a bit and stuff, so maybe the primer will stick a little bit better. I'd like to slow the rust down, you know, it's rusty, but it's not rotten, and I'd like to keep it that way. So that's where we're at now. I'm just gonna fire up the pressure washer, and I think I'll clean the cab too, try to get some of the moss and gross stuff off there, make it look a little nicer, and then we can proceed with the priming, painting. Yay. And once again, I forgot to get any video. My wife did a bunch of painting. We got the frame back on the frame. It's all bolted on. This thing is actually done, except for I just gotta finish up the spray bar that goes across the back here. I got all the valving done. This valve is just because I'm not totally sure this guy stays closed when the air leaks down when it's parked, you know, so we'll just close that one when we park it. And then up here, you can hook a garden hose, or you can take off these, well, there's buttons and things, but that comes off and you can put a 2-inch hose on there for filling bigger things. So anyway, yeah, I just got to finish up this spray bar, drill some holes in it, and then get it mounted on there, and this thing is done. I'm going to go down and get it filled up, see if it leaks, or see where it leaks and how much it leaks. There, got the holes all along, see? It's a very scientific method to figure out how to do that. You wing it. Those are 3/8 holes and they're 2 inches apart, and if it's not enough, if anything, it should be not enough water. So if it's not enough, I'll get a bigger drill bit and just make them bigger. It's easy. I think that's it. This rig is it's done. It's got a full 100% restoration of the cab. I mean, put some pre-rusted metal down for the floor, so that's good. And I cleaned up the battery cables, and it actually starts usually. Sometimes it still needs a booster. You know, you can't ask for everything, but at least it will start. Cold start video. Doesn't sound good. Come on, you can do it. I gotta say, if the thing will roll over, it'll start. It starts really well, but gotta have the booster. Do over. Booster pack engaged. Come on, think it through. Great. It's funny, if it'll just roll over, it'll fire right off. And it is charging, which is nice. I think part of it is because it only has one battery. But I'm not buying any more. You know, them suckers, expensive. There it is. It's all done. It's all full. And it's on its first job. That behind it is the community garden. And they don't have any way to get water. So far this summer, they've been dragging it from home in 5-gallon pails. So this will make it a lot easier. It's got a thing you can put a garden hose on. And they'll be able to just, use what they need. And then in a little less than a month, we'll fill it back up and we'll use it to build our tracks for the Pull for a Cure. I hope you'll come out and see us. But that's going to do it for this one. I certainly apologize for not getting more video of what was going on there in that project. If this is a thing that you need, if you do a pull or a racetrack or something, you need a water truck, get a hold of me, put it in the comments, or reach out to me on social media. I'm perfectly willing to answer any questions about exactly how we built it. I'm not even sure it's the right, way, but it does work. It goes down the road nice. Seems to work fine. So look, if you landed here because you searched in how do I build a homemade water truck, I'm sorry, because it's not a good how-to video. That's just the way it goes. But I certainly am willing to help if you need it. So that's it. I thank you for watching. Thanks for your time. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.